back to the show. I'm JJ, that's Deacon, and we are your internet dads. We meet here Monday through Friday to talk about the news, drink coffee, solve the world's problems. If only they would listen. If only they would listen. So we got a couple of interesting stories today. I can't speak for yourself, but on my way home from work last night, I had a little bit of a car trouble once again. So,
yikes! What happened
today? Yeah, I think it's the same thing that happened like a few months ago, where the vacuum hose is leaking, and that means that the engine cannot get oxygen, which it turns out is not good for the engine if it can't have oxygen.
We'll talk about it afterwards. We can figure it out real quick. Google and YouTube are your best mechanical friends. Mechanics.
Gilman Mazda is my best friend.
Serious. You just can't take the first answer that you find on Google either. You got to scroll a little bit and do some research.
Does it involve like liquid glass or super glue or duct tape?
No. Then you can't do it. You can too. Good morning. I'm sorry that happens, but I mean, with nowadays with used cars being like $14,000 and $15,000 for the crappiest car, you have to fix your car. My car's got like 219,000 miles on it. Ashley's car's almost got 100,000 miles on it, but we've already had to fix several things, and there's something still going on with her car right now. I'm not taking it to a mechanic. We're going to try to figure it out if we can do it. We're going to try to. You only take it to a mechanic if you need. We only take it to a mechanic if we don't have the materials to do the stuff.
My mom's car. The last I saw her, it was a couple months ago. I don't see my mom all the time, but she was having some sort of a deal where the engine was leaking oil, so much oil that it was like it's like she had to fill the car up with oil like every week. It was leaking tremendous amounts of oil. So the dealership told her like, oh, you have to, it's going to be like $10,000 to replace the engine, or you have to buy a new car. And my mom bought a new car. And I was just like, what are you doing? Why didn't you call me or anything? Well, why? That's not the worst part. Do you know what the interest rate is right now? It's like 9%.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I was like, no way. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't know what you're doing. I think that's so. Cars so good right now.
We'll hit on that coming up in the show a little deeper, because we started and that's a part of the economy and how terrible the economy is.
So bad.
And I have the two presidential candidates were both asked a question very similar about what they would do for the economy. And we will have clips of their answers so that you can decide for yourself which one has the better plan for the economy. That's coming up. I'm not being biased on this whatsoever. We're gonna
A/B it. We're gonna do A/B. What do you prefer? All right. Yes. You know what? That's probably a good approach. We should be doing that. We should be treating both candidates fairly. Because either one of them could save our country, and we don't know. So we're gonna have to.
Okay, so I have a question. Yesterday, I went over to our Discord server, the Internet Dads Discord server, which you should be a part of, and you can join down below. And I joined. That was like it was professional, wasn't it? Professional segue. It was all set up. I was over in the Internet Dads Discord server, and one of my favorite channels is the memes channel. Brian is a meme. He's a meme.
Brian goes hard on memes. I'll tell you.
He's the leader of that channel. And I started seeing these memes come up, and I was like, I don't know what that means. Okay. And it was like Hezbollah orders thousands of new pagers for members across Lebanon and Syria. Consignment intercepted by agents in supply chain attack. 10 to 20 grams of military-grade explosive packed inside each device. Sabotaged pagers delivered to Hezbollah and handed out to members. Devices primed to detonate only when certain alphanumeric messages received. Pagers buzz and explode in pockets on belts or in the faces of users trying to read the message. And I was like,
this isn't the memes channel. This is news.
I know. I was like, I don't know what this is about. So I was like, and there was, the little memes right there, and Joe Biden one that's funny. And I had to look up what the crap was going on, and you can find the video. You have to hit the little show content because it's all blurred if you want to see the content. But
well, we're gonna cover. Okay, so let's talk about the pagers.
So tell me what happened.
So you don't really know, or didn't know?
I kind of do.
Yeah, you probably know now. So yesterday, a couple hours after our show, I started seeing stuff across Twitter. 8 people were killed, and over 2,750 people were injured as pagers detonated across Lebanon, all over the city, all at the same time. If these people were carrying pagers and the pagers exploded. Hezbollah, it was an attack on Hezbollah, aka Team Yellow, and they have asserted that it was Israel that Israel and Mossad probably that took out the attack. The United States government said it was probably an Israeli operation, and Israel said no comment. That's what Israel said. We have no comment on this. Lebanese Islamic militant group Hezbollah has accused Israel of detonating pagers in Lebanon, and they're vowing fair punishment for the Jewish state. So for many years, in order to prevent their communications from getting hacked and intercepted and man-in-the-middle attacked, Hezbollah has been using pagers because it's low tech, it's lo-fi, low tech to yeah, that's what they're using to prevent. Well, Israel just sent the message loud and clear, like you can't use pagers to communicate with each other and think that we are not aware of it. On Tuesday, the paging devices used by Hezbollah exploded across I can't say this place, southern suburbs of Beirut, Lebanon. At least 8 people died from the explosions, 3,000 wounded, including Hezbollah militants and others in Iran's envoy, 200 of which were critically injured. Think about where it's been years. It's probably been decades since you have seen a pager in the United States. But think about when pagers were in use in the U.S. Where did you keep your pager?
On your belt.
Right. Yeah, it's like right there on your torso.
Right here by your stomach and your kidneys and your liver and all of those major organs. Right
now,
there.
I know that I don't know about all of these videos, but I know that this video right here is okay to watch because nobody gets harmed in this video. So you're gonna see what happens. Okay, so let me pull this up. And we'll play just this one.
If it come out to a different page, we don't see it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it up.
Okay.
Yeah, let me not bigonate it. It's big no matter what I do. I don't know. So this guy right here, shopping at a fruit stand, and you know what? Let me just say, I don't like this at all. I don't like the fact that it looks like Israel blew up a bunch of people in. I don't care that they're terrorists or not terrorists. This is a market. You have no idea. There were nearly 3,000 pagers all across the city, and you don't know where little kids are standing in proximity to any of these people. Right. And Israel didn't care, and it was indiscriminate, and they just like, bad guy, go boom, and they just did not care. It was
Israel. You can't just say that
it was sure. If it was Israel, we don't know for sure. Wink, wink. This guy in the blue cap right here, he's got a sling bag across, like he's carrying a bag, like a little pager bag or whatever. It's got some papers in it, and boom. Now your face is in the way. You know what I'll do? I'll take my camera down so that let me take my camera down. And now, okay, so here you go. He's right there. Watch. Boom. It just blew out. And that was not a small explosion. That was pretty powerful explosion. And look right over there. Not even like 10 feet away, there's some kids. If those kids had happened to be in the wrong spot, they could have got injured too. So, I understand Israel is reaching out to let people know that they can't get away with, using pagers or whatnot, but my God, this is not okay. Not okay. And like the whole thing, like maybe none of the war is okay for sure. I don't know. I'm not involved. I don't want to be involved, but man, we cannot set the precedent that we can have random bombs going off in any city, anywhere where kids are around. This is, I'm sure somebody thought this was a great tactical idea or whatever, but this is, we have just set a, not we, is, you know what? Because Israel may have done it, and the United States hasn't come out and said you can't do this. We are now setting the precedent that this is a thing you can do when you're in conflict.
If you take all moral standpoints out of the equation completely, it was a pretty good tactical move, though, by whoever did it, by their enemies. Sure.
Yeah, just don't care about collateral damage.
Exactly. I'm that take it all moral standpoints completely out. Not saying that that's what I'm doing. I'm just looking at it from several different standpoints, and from a standpoint of no morals whatsoever. Tactically, you kind of picked out who was who.
So this, okay. So technically, how did they blow up pagers? Well, they ordered these pagers. So Hezbollah. Yeah, it's gonna be you're not gonna like this answer. Okay, so first of all, some people have floated the idea that explosives were painted onto the batteries in the pagers, or micro explosives were put into the pagers. Okay, except that if any of those people had gone through an airport, the explosive detector would have detected it, and then the gig would have been up. So it probably wasn't explosive. 3,000 of these went off at the same time all over the place. Probably wasn't explosives. These pagers were ordered from Taiwan, and they were delivered a few months ago, and then they were distributed among Hezbollah. These pagers probably have lithium batteries. You have lithium battery in your phone. You have lithium AA batteries at your house, probably, right? Yep. If you puncture a lithium battery and put water in it so that water touches lithium, that will catch so much fire, it ain't gonna stop. You can't put it out. It's burned super hot. Probably what Israel did, if it was Israel, they probably hacked these pagers so that it stressed the battery, so that just the lithium battery exploded. Which means
I don't know. Did you see some of those injuries? Like the grotesque ones that they say you don't need to watch this unless you need to click here.
Yeah, I haven't seen the
grotesque that injury. Wasn't. I think there was some sort of external something in some of those, because some of those injuries were horrific. I do not recommend you go watch them.
You saw how that bag just exploded. It knocked the guy over.
Yeah, imagine dude standing there holding it in his hand.
The force of just a lithium battery exploding can be, because it's sealed, it's contained, it's like a little grenade. So maybe there were actual explosives, but for the sake of argument, if there weren't, and if Israel was able to do this with just a battery and just stress the battery, it gets super hot and then it explodes. You have lithium ion in your pocket. You have, all of us can blow up. I mean, like our phones can just detonate, or your little vapey thing or whatever. Lithium battery in there. Yeah.
Yep. You're exactly right.
And let's check this out. Chinese electric vehicles could be weaponized by Beijing. So here's the next step. I mean, you want cheap electric cars. In fact, our government is in some places like California mandating that all new cars be non-fuel, right? Non-gas, be electric. We're gonna have our market hit with cheap electric cars, or alternatives to Tesla, and people aren't going to be able to afford. Man, my phone's buzzing. I'm sorry.
You're all right. Check it.
Afford a Tesla. So some people are going to be driving cheap electric cars made in China. Well, what happens if those cars become weaponized? The British government's open doors approach to electric vehicles from China threatens to undercut domestic manufacturing and expose the countries to national security risks. A think tank warned that EVs could be weaponized by Beijing. Do you remember Ann Hesh?
Yep.
Ann Hesh?
Yep.
200 miles an hour or whatever into a side of a building.
That's not even that's not even a rare example. That I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
You can hack cars. Yeah. I have a look at this. I have a video here for you, JJ. This is a Beijing parking garage.
Oh.
And you can see over here, you see the smoke coming out of the car there. Yeah. This happens really quickly.
Holy mo! See, lithium battery, man.
Yeah. Boom. This video goes through.
And that look how hot that fire was so hot it melted the building.
Look,
and there's a phone. Don't do that. Get rid of that phone. Get away from it.
No kidding. That's dude, drop it, throw it. There's the EV moped.
Look at that. You can hit that with all the water you want. It's not going down. That water makes lithium burn.
Yeah, zoom out, dude.
It's dangerous. Well, it's dangerous in the best of circumstances, and we are now introducing the circumstances where, well, you know, they're our enemies, so we'll just cause their battery stuff to blow up.
We're
putting ourselves in real danger. So, and you know what? I genuinely, let me back this up again. I'm going to restate this. I don't care that it was Hezbollah terrorists or whatever. There were kids. There were children, like, in direct proximity to some of these things. I'm not okay with this.
No, I'm not okay with that. All right, let's talk a little bit of politics. All
right.
I've got something here for you, just a quick clip. I want to get your take on it. It's about 1.5 minutes here, but it's okay because it's of one of your and I's favorite people in the entire world.
Oh. Hey, before you even play it, I was going to say, that is a very clown-looking outfit for her. It's very brave for her to put that on.
I mean, her hair's always kind of really look like that sad clown hair. I don't know what to call it other than sad clown. But you know, the orange that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay, let's just hear.
2 days since somebody allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump again. And you're here at the podium in the White House briefing room calling him a threat. How many more assassination attempts on Donald Trump until the president and the vice president and you pick a different word to describe Trump other than threat?
Peter, if anything from this administration, I actually completely disagree with the premise of your question. The question that you're asking, it is also incredibly dangerous in the way that you're asking it.
It's what?
Because American people are watching.
Yeah.
And to say that from an administration who has consistently condemned political violence.
Bullshit.
From an administration where the president called the former president and was grateful that he was okay.
I can have AI.
From an administration who has called out January 6th, called out the attack of Paul Pelosi, called out and said we need to lower the temperature after the Butler incident. And now for you to make that
called out
kind of
Booth.
You're
comment
accusing him of being a threat, an existential threat to democracy. You think people are not going to try to kill Hitler? I take issue with you even asking that question. You psychopath. These people are crazy, dude. I mean, you can't come out looking like a clown and then say insane stuff.
Hang on. I'm not as quick as you are.
And I think she's very, very drunk usually. Didn't we play like 2.5 minutes of
Look, see,
Wait,
there you go. Sad clown hairdo.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, that's pretty bad. See, that's Bozo the clown. Do you know that every clown is registered? Their unique pattern is registered. Did you know there's a clown registry?
No. Really? That's
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, for real. Hold on. Clown registry. Yeah. Clowns International. Let's see. Where is it at?
Hey, I'd be
Yeah,
happy to have
every
sad clown hair, okay?
every clown copyrights his clown face makup.
Lord.
So whatever the pattern is, it like it's copyrighted. So they are all different. Okay, and I guess they register them.
You need to send that info to KJP because with that orange makeup and that orange, she's looking pretty clowny.
I believe they register them by painting them onto eggs. Okay, so Clown International Egg Registry it has been painting faces of their members on eggs for 70 years. Each one is a record of a clown's unique identity, preserving the unwritten rule that no clown should copy another's work. This is a legitimate. I don't know. Thank you, KJP, for getting us to Clowns International today. So this is how clowns. It's for real. It's for real.
Oh my god. Okay, that's
yeah. It costs 60 euros. You can get your look copyrighted.
All right, I got another one here for you. You know who this guy is?
All right. Oh, Cuomo, Chris Cuomo. Sure. He's the guy that said not all protests should be polite. And he's been a severe critic of Trump for several years at CNN until his brother, the former governor of New York, was basically forced to step down because of Me Too. Okay, so that's Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, this is Chris. Thank you for that because you kind of answered. I was gonna say kind of who he was. I want you to listen to this. This is a minute and 46, but we'll listen to. We can listen to it.
I don't get it. That's why I reached out to Trump. I wanted to just say, listen, I'm really sorry that this is going on and it's being dealt with this way. Not because I'm in favor of his politics or what he says. I criticize him all the time. That's my job. And he deserves it. But he doesn't deserve this. A guy pointing an AK-47 at him while he's playing golf? And we take solace in the fact that the guy didn't get any rounds off. If I had been through what that guy's been through in the last 2 months, you would not know where I am. You would never see me on TV again. No way I would do that. I don't know how he does it. He's got kids, they're adults, but he's got grandkids. He's got a wife. People giving crap to Melania Trump, worrying about whether or not there was a plot around his husband. How could she not? People mock her. And then her husband has a guy pointed with an AK-47. Where are those people apologizing? That's what it's time for. We are playing a dangerous game with ourselves. He is not a despot in waiting. Okay? I don't buy it. You gotta care when somebody tries to kill somebody. I've told you this before, and I've learned.
I didn't know this one was the clip with the music.
Okay. So
there's another clip
you know
without
what?
the music. They just put
Chris
it away.
Cuomo, big props, because that's exactly what we need. We need people to say like this stuff isn't true. It's not true. He's not a despot. He's not a dictator. That's not true. And I mean, honestly, it takes stones to go out there and basically take a stand against the very thing that has been getting you a paycheck for years. And props. Like, you don't have to agree with Trump to acknowledge that that when your team is taking shots at him literally, and your team is saying, I wish they had got him in the forehead. I wish they had killed him. You guys are hello, you're the bad guys, because none of us want Biden dead. We just want him to go home or go stay at the beach, whatever. Just leave.
Go away. Okay, so earlier in the show, we mentioned that we were talking about used cars and the economy.
Yeah,
And
yeah, economy.
recently, both presidential candidates were asked about the economy. Okay, and this is a longer clip, but you will get the point of it here. This Michigan woman. This Michigan mom just asked Trump how he plans to decrease the cost of food and groceries. All right. This is what she.
Okay.
Good evening, President Trump.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for taking our question.
Thank you.
My name is Barbara. I'm a mom of 3, a grandmother of 7, and 3 great-grands, a registered nurse, retired nurse. So I know the cost that goes into raising children and running a household.
Yeah.
People just can't survive now. How are you going to bring down the cost of food and groceries?
Good. Very good. Thank you. So we have to start always with energy. Always. I don't want to be boring about it, but there's no bigger subject. It covers everything. If you make donuts, if you make cars, whatever you make, energy is a big deal. And we're going to get that. It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, we've done a hell of a job. 5-0, not 15, 50. Interest rates are going to follow, and actually they're going to follow for another reason. The economy is now not good. And interest rates, you'll see they'll do the rate cut and all the political stuff tomorrow, I think. And, will he do a half a point? Will he do a quarter of a point? But the reason is because the economy is not good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. But we're going to get interest rates down, and we got to work with our farmers. Our farmers are being decimated right now. They're being absolutely decimated. And, one of the reasons is we allow a lot of farm product into our country. We're going to have to be
I'm gonna let this play. I'm going to do something on the
We're not
air.
going to
real
allow
quick.
so much coming.
Yeah.
We're going to let our farmers go to work. And I don't know if you remember, I love the farmers because, I had many meetings as president. I have this gorgeous room with this beautiful table that seats about 35 people. And I was with the farmers. Usually everybody wants something. They all want subsidy. But I was with the farmers. And I think you might have been there, actually, Sarah. I said, look, fellas, we're going to get you such a beautiful subsidy, meaning I'm going to do things. And one of the people raises and, sir, honestly, we don't want a subsidy. It's the first time this ever happened to me. Everyone they want money. They want to build windmills. We want money with these windmills. Anyway.
So pretty good answer. What do you think about that?
I mean, it has to start with energy. Energy brings down transportation costs. Energy is how you actually grow food. All of our crops, they use petrochemicals to fertilize the food. If it weren't for petrochemicals, we wouldn't be able to produce as much grains, wheats, whatever. So maybe that's an argument that isn't good, but like petrochemicals are energy. Energy is how things get done. It's how things move. It's how things get into and out of the ground, and it is how they grow, and it's how they get to market, and it's the root of all of it. Our entire economy, like you can be like, I hate oil, it's dirty, whatever. Our entire Western hemisphere, our entire civilization runs on energy. It runs on oil. Yeah. Or coal, which, maybe is worse or something like that. But that is a good start. That's a good start for sure.
All right. So
what is do we have Kamala's plan for?
Yes, we
economy?
actually do. About a week ago, maybe a little over a week ago, she sat down with a Philadelphia news station, and the anchor there, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
This was the first question that he asked her. All right.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. I need to share the screen. My bad.
Yeah.
I was going to be all seamless there and be super cool.
Mhm.
All right. Here you go.
You're so
When you
slick.
talk about bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people, what are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hardworking people. construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, but a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn, and I was raised.
What do you do about the economy?
Even to know that all people deserve dignity, and that we as Americans have a beautiful character. We have ambitions and aspirations and dreams, but not everyone necessarily has access to the resources that can help them fuel those dreams and ambitions. So when I talk about building an opportunity economy, it is very much with the mind of investing in the ambitions and aspirations and the incredible work ethic of the American people, and creating opportunity for people, for example, to start a small business.
Is that the first point?
My mother, worked long hours, and
investing
our neighbor
in
helped raise us. We used to call her, I still call her, our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small business owners. I learned who they are from my childhood, and she was a community.
Is the first, so of this plan, is the first bullet to invest in ambitions? What's the plan?
There's still about a minute and a half of this, and if you want to endure it, we will. But I can tell you now that she doesn't say anything other than her plan to fix the economy so far that I've gotten is to be proud of your lawn and give other people dignity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to continue.
Leader, she hired locally, she mentored.
About her mom.
Our small businesses are so much a part of the fabric of our communities.
They
not
are,
to mention,
and they're
really,
all,
I think, the backbone of America.
and
she's trying to sell her.
Do you know how
$50,000 credit?
My town has like 7,000 people. Do you know how many small town grocery stores that we had when I was a child? Like 7 or 8. Do you know how many exist now? One.
Wow.
America's economy.
Yeah, we love small business.
Wait,
economy.
But does that small business have a decent lawn?
I don't know. They don't have a lawn at all.
Somehow your lawn care is deeply important to this answer.
I'm not going to play the rest of her because you know as well as I do that she
nothing there.
The question.
All
There's
right.
nothing there.
Do you have something else? Because I have something. I'm curious to explore.
And I got something fun. So go ahead.
Okay.
And this is my short day, and I'll probably have people come in.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be real quick here. I just want to ask: do you consider yourself a brave person, a person of courage?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay.
I have shown myself that by actions in situations that were like emergency situations. I have shown in I've got various examples.
I'm glad to hear that. And
yeah, I'm not trying to brag, but I know from what I've done.
Okay, Joe Biden says that gay people tend to have more courage than most. The president has 125 days left before the end of his term, and he has praised those who identify as LGBTQ in an interview, suggesting they are inherently braver than others.
That's good. You got me. You got. Hang on, look. I'm gonna give you a point for that one. That was good.
There's no way you could have predicted that.
No, that was great. That was great. Oh, I walked right into that one. That was beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. We're just making a 14-year-old joke because we're perpetual adolescents.
I'm brave. I'm gonna be brave.
Stop. All right. Look, hey. I'm changing the subject.
I'm not Diddy. Come on now. Hey, can you explain the Diddy thing to me? Do you have any idea what's going on over there?
You want me to explain it to you real quickly? Diddy was the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry.
Oh my. That's bad.
What was funny is I can't remember which 300 Entertainment. The head of 300 Entertainment resigned yesterday.
Yeah.
And he used to be the head of Def Jam and Island Def Jam. It goes super deep.
He wasn't the only person there. Wasn't there a bunch of people that like resigned yesterday? Like,
this is going to rock the music. This is a big story in the media. Nobody's really covering it, but this is a huge story.
I think that this is literally the carpet, the dirt is being swept under. These
are not just music people. These are top tier A-list celebrities that are in all of this as well.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know a whole lot about this, but my impression based on what I've kind of listened to so far is that Diddy was the Epstein, and there is blackmail video, there is trafficking, there's big bad stuff, and he is not being charged with that stuff. He's being charged with like a little racketeering, some drug crimes, maybe a couple sex crimes. He's not being charged with the black stuff.
It might all come out.
The devil stuff or he might be taking the petty rap so that the others don't get it. He may be the scapegoat.
Oh no.
I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm saying that they could be getting even bigger fish, and they're not getting the bigger fish. They're going to be like, yeah, people accept that Diddy is the bad guy.
Oh no, he's got dirt. From what I've heard, is that he's got dirt on very powerful people in and around the Hollywood and music industry area.
We'll see. Right. I mean, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just want to know how much you know about it.
Yeah. I've been keeping up with it. It's interesting to me because I've always liked the music industry and stuff like that. Did you see the tweet by Elon Musk yesterday about Neuralink, new blind sight device?
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
All right. So this blind sight device from Neuralink will enable even those who have lost both eyes and their optic nerve to see. Provided the visual cortex is intact, it will even enable those who have been blind from birth to see for the first time. To set expectations correctly, the vision will be low resolution like Atari graphics, but eventually the potential to be better than natural vision and enable you to see in infrared, ultraviolet, or even radar wavelengths, just like our man, Geordie LaForge.
Oh, my.
And so this is a tweet, but I also have the accompanying article that they released.
You should totally have to wear that visor, though. Yeah?
Yeah, you should.
Like, totally. You get supervision, but you have to look like Cyclops from the X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the same. It tells the whole story there from Reuters, and it tells the whole thing, basically the same thing. So I think that's really great.
This
breakthrough.
This is the stuff that's like, this is amazing. And, and we like to look at the upsides. Like the blind can see, the people that can't walk will be able to walk or be able to talk again. It's so amazing. And then we have to circle back to and then a-holes will weaponize this stuff, man. Going all the way back to Israel. Like pagers, cell phones, cars, electric stuff, and we have to find a way to live with each other in this world without fighting so much.
Yeah, utopian society will never happen.
No. So we just need to like leave each other alone a little bit. All right. Do you got any jokes? Can we end with a joke?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay.
We have a short show today because I've got people coming in for our interview show.
Let me pull my joke. Big. It's like joke lottery here. My wife is on a tropical fruit diet. The house is full of stuff. It's enough to make a man go crazy. Come on.
That's a pretty good one. That went bad. A priest. I should tell this when Dave's here. A priest, a pastor, and a rabbit walk into a blood donation clinic. And the
Uh-huh.
nurse asks the rabbit, "What is your blood type?" And the rabbit says, "Well, I'm probably a type O."
Oh, yeah.
And the pastor and a rabbit.
That's good. Typo.
I gotta go.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow. Rumble.com.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her next swim meet to a psychopath dude with fake teeth. Essay or a comment, he said no. Watch now, the internet dad show. Subscribe quick, the squid monster's on the way. Inspire with us tomorrow's news today. Oh yeah.
Boom.